Are you still buying bread from Somalians and Pakistanis?
Look at this. Macro.
You are seeing items that looks like they've been confiscated. You could use the word looted in some cases from a local Spaza shop. This is as a result of 6 children that have been rushed to hospital, it's understood.
Here because we have a pandemic of kids that are dying from expired goods. So we came to inspect, one, whether this business complies with our regulations, whether they've got the papers of compliance. Secondly, whether what they are selling here is fit for consumption. What we found, one, they're not complying in terms of our regulations. Secondly, the food is rotten.
Hello Africa, you're welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Just Cheesy. So the authorities are still raiding Spaza shops to carry out the inspections, but what they found was quite unbelievable. For me, I think it would be nice if South Africans should take over the Spaza shop business. Yes, let South Africans just take over this Spaza shop business, because what the illegal immigrants are doing in this country is quite alarming and unbelievable. Like, if you're not in South Africa, trust me, you may not really believe that things like this are still happening. You may think it's a cook-up story, but with these videos you will know that truly things are happening in South Africa. Now, if this is not wickedness, then I wonder what it is. My fellow Africans, please, if you can't assist South Africans to speak against what is happening in their country, then leave them do their things. Allow them to do their things. Allow them to clean their country. Allow them to fix their country. If they decide to clean up their country by closing down every Spaza shops owned by illegal foreigners in their country, please let it be. Let them be. Let them be. They are the ones to consume all those things that are being sold in their country, not you. Not you that is outside South Africa. So allow them fix their homes. Allow them fix their country. And when you see them doing that, please do not tag them xenophobic. That is not xenophobic. Allow them fix their country. There's a lot happening in that country that you and I don't even know.
Look at this. Macro. Yo, what smoke is that? And imagine this thing.
It is what? And it was.
Look.
It was open.
No, macro, no. And look at this one as well. Check the date of expiry. It says November.
Even this one is open.
But also just the shape of the thingy, of the juice.
And this one is coming smooth, right? This one is fine.
Yeah. No, but
It's
imagine
open.
that.
Yeah, and it's open. We found it open. Look. All open. It's supposed to be
Here because we have a pandemic of kids that are dying from expired goods. So we came to inspect, one, whether this business complies with our regulations, whether they've got the papers of compliance. Secondly, whether what they are selling here is fit for consumption. What we found, one, they're not complying in terms of our regulations. Secondly, the food is rotten. There's a repackaging that has happened here. And this guy doesn't even know who's the owner, who's leasing from who. So we are closing it down. This nonsense must stop. What is Residents of Tshwane, we are now on our second story where we are inspecting. After the pandemic of children that are dying from expired goods, obviously as leadership we can't stand by and do nothing. So we have taken an undertaking that we will go to these shops, we're going to monitor them ourselves, and we're going to do something about it. This second one, we are closing it again. Firstly, these people don't sell products that are from South Africa. We know South African products. Secondly, these products have expired. And thirdly, it's smelling here. There's contraventions of all our bylaws. So we're not going to tolerate this. We're coming for them one by one. We're going to close them down one by one, and we're arresting them.
One thing I love about this brave and fearless South African queen is her boldness to shut down the 2 Spaza shops that weren't complying to the rules. Indeed, these illegal foreigners in South Africa have really dealt with South African citizens. Truth be told, imagine the kind of things they are producing for people to consume. Like, I don't really know their intention for doing all this. Like, What wrong have South Africans actually done by allowing them come into their country to live and work in their country? Sometimes I sit down and begin to fear for South Africans. So my people, stop judging South Africans. Please stop judging them.
You are seeing items that looks like they've been confiscated. You could use the word looted in some cases from a local Spaza shop. This is as a result of 6 children that have been rushed to hospital, it's understood, after allegedly consuming food from this particular Spaza shop in Bronkhorstspruit. Now, we've seen the community members arriving. Many of them are angry. I have, and I'm sure you have as well, watching at home, seen a couple of bottles of alcohol floating around. What we saw in the past couple of minutes is these packets, I can only describe them as chips or flavored snacks, if you will, being passed over what I can only guess is the back gate of the Spaza shop. The shop itself, the front end, where as a customer you would walk in, that's being closed down. We found Pule and our camera team on the right-hand side of the building, the back entrance, if you will. And what we had seen is a number of community members who had scaled the gate. They'd made their way over, they climbed over, and had somehow made their way inside the Spaza shop, and they were throwing these packets of chips. They were much bigger packets, not the individuals, not the individual packets, much bigger packets in bulk over the gate. Many of those community members in Bronkhorstspruit, then bringing it to where we are now. This is just across the road. So if you imagine behind our camera position, if you were to look backwards right now, you would actually see the gate of that Spaza shop. They made their way in there. They've now decided to set this alight. They have decided enough is enough. They are saying, and they are alleging, and they are accusing the Spaza shop of selling products that are making their children sick. So Pulile Tweety Jones is on the ground for us. What we have not seen, to my knowledge, is that of law enforcement coming through to Bronkhorstspruit, to this area. It's very different to what we saw in Naledi in Soweto a few days ago. Lots of anger there. Yes, illegally owned Spaza shops were shut down, but we did have much better control, if you will, by getting the police and the authorities there. They were handling the situation right now.
This is actually what most YouTubers or content creators will show you, for you to see how South Africans are destroying foreigners' goods, but they will never tell you, they will never show you reasons behind their action. They will never say that one. So when you hear things like this, when you see videos like this, please try to calm down and find out what really led to this. There's no day you won't hear that a South African child passes on after eating a food bought from a local Spaza shop. Like, this has been happening. Like, in fact, I think in South Africa it has almost become a norm in South Africa, but it's not supposed to be like that. This is very wrong. Now the truth is this: you will never see Africans posting videos like this. Nobody will want to show you what South Africans are passing through. Nobody will want to show you what illegal foreigners are doing in South Africa, but they will be so quick to post videos of where South Africans, the citizens, communities are reacting based on what those people have been doing to them. Last time I posted a video where an Indian man sold a rotten, when I mean rotten, like rotten food that has maggots, like maggots, live maggots. You can imagine this same man that sold this food to this South African lady couldn't even eat the food that he served to someone else. Like, he couldn't eat the food simply because of the maggots. The maggots, like live maggots, live ones, not dead ones. He couldn't even eat his own food, but that was what he served a South African lady. So if you happen to be a brother to the South African lady, or if you happen to be the South African lady, how would you react?